Welcome back. We are here at Spartan Stadium where we have just seen number 9 ranked Michigan State Spartans defeat the Wyoming Cowboys 56-14. My name is Geoff Preston.
I'm Robert Bondy.
Well, it's been kind of the story of the season so far. The offense of this MSU team, this is not the team of 2012 or even maybe some of the teams that Kirk Cousins had, Robert. I mean, this is an offense that is explosive and they can really score from anywhere on the field at any point during the game.
They really can. Today they put up over 500 total yards, 300 of it on the ground, which is pretty impressive in itself. That's 2 weeks in a row they've really
and that's really something that they've wanted to get better at.
D'Antoni said he wanted, get Langford over 100 yards today, and that was something that, confidence-wise, they wanted to build up for him, and obviously he got that today. He said after the game he was confident, felt good about his performance, and especially going into Nebraska next week in Big Ten play, that's when they wanted to get going. Dave Warner, offense coordinator, mentioned today that this is probably the most explosive offense he's had yet, and that's saying something since he was here when Kirk Cousins was there, as you kind of alluded to right there. But let's hear what D'Antoni had to say about that offense.
Well, that's true. I mean, we've always been sort of, I guess we have gotten to the point, but we've never exploded like this, I think, out of the gate with our offense in the years that we've been here before. So, it's a great advantage, especially when you're not turning it over and, you're able to run the ball and throw it. And, we've got good receivers. We've said that all along. We've said been impressed with our offenses.
Well, that was Mark D'Antoni talking about the offense. But on the flip side of it, the defense, which only did go 14 points, look, that's a good performance, did have some holes out there. And I know you want to talk a little about that, Geoff. They had the 2 touchdowns they came on big plays. And, that's maybe an area that this team still needs to improve.
Especially in runs up the middle. And, I mean, you alluded to it a little bit, Rob. 14 points is not a lot of points. The yardage, numbers aren't crazy. But it's just those little kind of things that you see their running back, Sean Wick, break a 57-yard touchdown run. And, that's something that can't happen against Nebraska if they expect to win this game, and
especially not with Amir Abdullah too.
No, exactly. I mean,
the country.
He had to be watching that and just absolutely, licking his lips. I mean, they because it just seemed like a pretty basic interior play that he just broke, and
7 yards.
Yeah, and Coach Narduzzi talked a little bit about how it wasn't really that big of a deal. He said that he had some substitution issues, didn't have the right personnel on the field. Whether or not that's the case, or if he's just trying to make excuses, we don't really know. But that is an area that they need to get a little bit better at, because it wasn't just that one play.
It wasn't. The secondary also had some passes that were a little deep on them. Right before the end of the half, they gave up. Curtis Drummond gave up that long pass down the sidelines that did result in 7 more points for the Cowboys. So that's an area, out in Oregon, that was a big issue.
Right.
Last week against EMU, their touchdowns came on big plays. Mm-hmm. Every game obviously has big plays, but that's still an area they can clean up.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Well, let's hear what Pat Narduzzi has to say about that.
If you watch it, we had substitution errors, which changed the personnel because we thought they changed the personnel. They really didn't. We saw something, and it was wrong.
So for the Spartans, now the kind of as I think it was Shalik Calhoun that said, the preseason is over. It's time for conference play. It's time for the Big Ten next week, as Nebraska will be in here for an 8 o'clock game, and so we will look forward to that. It's going to be
the best game all year.
Yeah, it's going to definitely be exciting under the lights. Coach D'Antoni said it's going to be loud here. This will be the place to be. So from Spartan Stadium, where Michigan State just defeated Wyoming 56-14, I'm Geoff Preston.
I'm Robert Bondy.
We'll be back later in the week to preview Nebraska.